Water. These kids couldn't be here today if it wasn't for the water from the air.
This is so fascinating.
It is amazing, and I would love to guide you on your first microdose or macrodose in that cabin up there.
We just
in the
heard
woods.
this on camera.
You're going up into the cabin. Mind Army coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee with Jeff Zerr from Altitude Water. We're going out to Amy Grant's farm in Franklin, and what a story this is. Hundreds of kids are able to go be campers out there, underprivileged kids, because Jeff and his company were able to clean up the water out there so Amy could give this camp to the kids. What a story. And I just want to make the point before we start, why wouldn't you be making your own water at this point? It doesn't make any sense. If you're in Florida, Tennessee, wherever you are, make your water.
Amy's now going to retire from doing 9 years of doing, she wants to be with her grandkids. So we're going to give her this gift of the purification box for the farm.
So the gift is that Amy is going to get this purification box where she's going to be able to purify all the water, because Jeff's patents at Altitude are for putting ozone through the water. So when they ozonate it, now the kids get to take showers that don't smell like sulfur. So not only did Jeff save them on the water 9 years ago, the drinking water, but here now these kids get to, you know, really enjoy the camp, being in nature, and this is going to change their life just to spend a summer like this. All kinds of people are going to the ranch to hook this thing up, surprise Amy. She's flying in today, and we'll catch you on the road. Here we are at Barefoot Republic, Amy Grant, the musicians camp, and right now there's hundreds of kids going to camp because the water was changed from groundwater to air water. So what a revolution starting here in Tennessee, and we'll check it out. Underneath here, there's sulfur water, and you can't drink this water. It's disgusting. So they got the Altitude machine, and they're pulling down all this water from the air, and now you got all these kids running around enjoying it. That is the miracle of water. Could not exist without this machine. These kids would be home yelling at their parents right now. Instead, they're out in nature because of this water machine. Got the joy, joy, joy. I got the joy, joy, joy. I got the joy, joy, joy. 2, 3, 4. Down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart to stay, down in my heart to stay. So beautiful to see hundreds of kids running around and realize that, you know, some kind of technology like this could be what really brought it together.
It's changed everything. I know that Tennessee law is we had to provide a gallon of water for every person on the farm in order to hold the camp. There are 300 plus people here, and I'm thinking, we gotta buy water every day. This is gonna
plastic.
Yes, and so much of this happens because of volunteers. And anyway, so just that we could pull water out of the air. That feels
so
like a miracle.
Simple, right? That sounds like God-given water, and we're all like drilling and drilling, and there's all this water here. Like, why aren't people like, why isn't this everywhere yet? What do you think?
I think it's the ticket to so much opportunity. You can't do anything without water.
Yeah.
And here we go. Oh my goodness, this is service with a
It
smile.
is.
Come
You gotta
on.
drink the best water
Toast
in
to
the world.
life.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'll be right
To
back.
altitude.
Yes, I just came back from singing in Wyoming. It's so dry there. And it's just something as simple as singing. If you're not hydrated, you feel it. Everything feels thin and papery in your throat trying to sing.
Yeah.
And just guzzling this water makes my job doable.
Yeah, amazing.
So,
all right, cheers.
Cheers.
Beautiful water. Well, you know, for the Mind Army, we believe water is your inalienable right, and that you deserve it. And if we as a collective, we can just get together and say, hey, let's start thinking about some of the things that we need to survive as a humanity and take care of each other. And I think, you know, air and water at the top of that list.
Yes.
So for me, this is so fundamental. You know, the Mind Army, our slogan is fighting for the right to pursue happiness.
That's beautiful. I'm not sure what led you on this journey, but I'm grateful.
Yeah, likewise. You said that these plant medicines haven't been part of your journey yet. I heard you say yet.
Yes.
Is that something that you feel like is in your future potentially?
I am very curious.
Beautiful.
I don't know a lot,
Yeah.
and so, but I.
Usually if you find yourself talking to me, it's like you're on the path to that
Okay.
eventuality.
Everything you're saying right now, just awakening your senses, like it's so interesting. In our culture, we just put blinders on because we're looking for the goal, whatever that goal is, whether it's a financial goal, some kind of success. And just our senses hold really the key to our homeostasis, our senses. And when you said, I see the sky, I hear the birds, and like I know we speak so much of the same language, even though our experiences so far are different.
Yeah.
But so what would you say to a newbie?
I would say to a newbie, you've got to trust nature. I love the microdosing because it's a sub-perceptual amount. It's supposed to be so little that you almost don't feel it, you know, but there's this gentle undertone of joy. We're all just trying to balance our nervous system. So, you know, at some point in the day, we're like, oh, I need a coffee. Oh, okay, later you're like, I'll have a drink. Oh, I'll take an Ambien. Whatever it is, you're just trying to regulate your nervous system. So when you take the microdose and you're balanced already, then you're like, you're sitting there and you're like, should I eat something? You're like, I'm not even hungry, no. And you just start not indulging.
You're more responding to your life and what's ahead of you instead of reacting through from old habits. This is so fascinating.
It is amazing, and I would love to guide you on your first microdose or macrodose in that cabin up there.
We just
in the
heard
woods.
this on camera.
You're going up into the cabin. 12-hour session. You're gonna break it. And it does
That's
a physical
amazing.
reboot. Yeah. They just came out and said scientifically that after you do this ibogaine, this African root, you are physiologically 1.3 years younger than you were in the hours before it. Physiologically. And so we have to accept these things as God-given, as opportunities. I just have to accept that I'm in this beautiful miracle and go with it.
That is beautiful. Yes.
I think we talked about it a lot down there too, like in the trials and myself meeting Zappy and going through and even relating it to the water, right? We've become such a pharmaceutical country and we see all the things that are going on. When we have all the estrogen and people on birth control pills, 90% of that is going into the water. We have fish that don't know if they're male or female right now, right? Because, and again, it goes back to nature always does things the best way. We're the ones that mess it up.
This is a classic example of just, water.
Gross water?
Gross water. Okay.
Say it.
Yeah, it's gross water, and there's some sulfur water underneath here that's coming through. So to get together with altitude and have this be possible, it just feels like a miracle. When you see something like this, or you smell that water, and then all of a sudden you're drinking it.
Drinking fresh, yeah. It's so funny. The one thing, whenever I ask other people about their land, I'll say, do you have running water on your land? Because I've always wished that there would be some continental shift and we would suddenly have running water on here. We just have, yucky ponds and sulfur water out of the ground. And
Not now.
Not now, I know.
After 10 years,
it's our own version of running water.
We finally solved the problem.
Yes.
And it was all around us. It was like I was telling you with the seeing the atoms in my hand and realizing it. Everything is right here. Can I ask you a non-water question? It's like, when you do get that inspiration for a new song or something, does it channel right through you, or is it a real battle? Like, what is it for you?
Well, interesting. The music does flow through us. And I'm married to a musician. My kids are musical, and we always talk about that feeling of music flowing through us. And I feel like good things flow through us. And they clean us on the way through. And I actually sometimes feel physical manifestations that feel other than me when I'm singing. And and you and I know it's energy, I know it's goodness. I said, what is happening during the show? Because I feel things coming through me. And sometimes my hands would move. I wasn't moving them, but they would just move in a circular pattern or just, and I could feel like if I pushed somebody, I could almost feel the energy like boinging back at me. And anyway, afterwards I said, what's going on? And he said, in colors, all I saw was light. And he said, you're just a traditional channel. But I think we're all channels.
Yeah.
And we open ourselves up to be a channel for goodness.
We have to allow it though. I think that a lot of people will shut it off because they're scared of letting it flow through. So I think that's recognizing that we're all energy and it flows through us. And
Yeah, it does.
It
It takes the pressure off to be the supplier
It does.
of all the good things, because you go, well, no, it's just flowing through me.
Yes.
But I'm not the source. You know, love is the source.
Thank you so
Oh,
much
yeah.
for opening this up. Thank you.
I need some light.
Here we are, day 2 of the Methodist conference in Athens, Georgia. We got the water machine here, and we are blowing people's minds. I've seen people's brains just melt when they realize you can take the water from the air. This is a new experience. This is like seeing a Cybertruck. You know, this is like seeing, the first microwave oven. This is it right here, and it's a mind blower, and we're gonna get some reaction shots today to people trying atmospheric water for the first time. Give it a shot. You got water in here?
Yeah, it's full.
Okay.
I don't want to dump it out.
No, dump it out. Take some
Dump
of
it out
ours.
and fill it.
Yes.
It's delicious, and I'm pretty picky about water.
Yeah. Take my clothes, I'll get new ones. I cannot replace the delicious water so give it a shot.
I will. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
You guys want to try the best water ever? You need some free water? Okay. Come back for some free water.
Yeah.
So every 20 minutes it's cleaning the water.
So is it storing it in here too?
Yeah, it's got a storage tank in here, like a 7-gallon storage tank.
Yeah.
And when you take water out, it just starts making
And it's
more
solar
water.
powered too.
Solar power. The concept of taking the
Yes.
water from the air, not the ground, is the future. So here we go, reaction shot.
Incredible. Thanks be to God.
Yeah. Free water, I mean, that is like the dream. Filter it, and we remineralize it, and you're drinking pure water from the air.
That's exactly what it tastes like.
It's pure water, right?
Yeah, I can tell because when I filter mine and when I don't filter.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this tastes like it's been filtered.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
It's delicious.
Dasani water.
Oh, I had
Yeah, I
it
had
yesterday.
Dasani in there. I was like, I gotta dump that out.
Yeah.
Oh, you had it yesterday?
Yeah.
So you're back for more?
Yeah, feel free to dump. I would
Hey,
dump.
we'll make more.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
coming back.
Here.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
She just tried her old water. It was.
Lovely tap water from Athens.
Oh
Absolutely
God,
delicious,
no way.
really.
Okay, now we're gonna have the real
There
taste
we go.
test.
All right.
Much better.
Much better, right? And, come back, we'll make more. Not a problem.
You guys should definitely have one of these machines at your church.
My company does the atmospheric water generators.
Unlimited
That's the
water,
silent,
makes 10 to 12 gallons a day. Super fast. Every 20 minutes, this oxygenates the water. So
It's the best I've had. This is good.
thank you. Oh wow.
Tasty. Tasty.
Clean.
Ooh, that's very nice. That's good because like a lot of bottled water, I'm really picky about bottled water because it tastes like chlorine or like added stuff. But this is very nice.
That's amazing.
Cheers. That's good. It's really good. Yeah. It's fresh, clear.
Water.
Oh, it's good.
Absolutely delicious.
That lady's face, she was just like
You know
blown
what
away,
I
like
love?
melted.
Whenever you say to someone, what's the first thing that goes when a disaster's coming? And they go, water. And it's just like, okay, so why wouldn't you make your own?
Obviously, we need 100 of these
Yeah,
machines,
absolutely.
and the country needs thousands of these. We're getting there.